Hi everyone, today I'd like to show you a mini album that I made with a custom die that I designed with accucut. Um, I don't know if you can really call this a mini album because it's really quite large. It's actually a 6 by 12 and I designed a jalopy album with it, and for this particular album I used G45's Le Romatique paper collection because I kind of wanted to make it have a wedding feel. And I was going to actually tie some tin cans off of this back bumper here, but I decided against it because it could be used for an anniversary album or something along those lines as well. So basically what I did with this was I covered the cover with a sparkle, kind of a glittery paper, and I covered my chipboard for my jalopy with some different pearlized papers, and I ran just some bling right down here, some real thin bling right down the line to give it a little bit of a pinstriping. And I bound my album when I was finished with a mulberry paper that was pink, and it has some gold little dots in it because I thought it kind of combined and paired well with the papers that I used for the jalopy and the cover. And just down here to cover the seam I ran some more bling. Okay. And this album's pretty cool. The jalopy's cool because it's all 3D. So basically you cut the car out and then you've got the wheels, the tires, and then the bumper, and all of this stuff is all three-dimensionalized. So you can layer those on top of each other to create the effect of the car being 3D. So let's open up the first page. And the first page of my album, all I did was ran some paper in the background here, and I fussy cut out some images out of the paper, and basically I popped this all up so you can slide a picture in behind there if you wanted to, if you had a bigger picture. And the reason why I wanted such a big mini album, I wanted a lot of real estate so that you could put not just little tiny pictures, but you could put really large ones in there. So I ran this pearl trim along the top of it, and I fussy cut out the Le Romantique and the little butterfly, and I just popped her up and layered her up. And I used some Wild Orchid Crafts flowers over here. And then I just ran some pink trim down at the bottom with some pearl trim through the middle to kind of soften it up a little bit. And then I glimmer misted the whole thing with some gold glimmer mist, so it's got a little bit of a shine. And I don't know if you can see that on camera, but in person you can. It's really shimmery. It's pretty. So for my second page, what I did was I created a trifold here, and I made it with, I put a magnet in here so it'll keep it shut. So you could put a photo here, you could open it up and put a photo here, and then a photo here and a photo here as well. So there's again a lot of real estate to put photos in there. And then I just ran some bloomers trim down the side and this pretty little pink trim across the top and the bottom, and then I ran some flat back pearls along the middle of them. And all of my hardware that I did, my photo corners here and my key, I just took some pink paint and kind of distressed them out so that it softened them up a little bit and it matched the papers. And over here again I used some Wild Orchid Crafts flowers and another bloomer here. And then same thing with the key. I just tied some pink seam binding to the key handle and then just distressed it with some pink paint. And then I cut out another image from the collection. And then on to my third page. For this one I kept it fairly simple. I just put some paper from the collection in the background and outlined it with some vintage, this is vintage crocheted, I guess you'd call that lace, and then I used some Lindy Stamp Gang and sprayed this piece so it's got a lot of shimmer. And then I ran this Prima trim along the side with the rhinestones, and then back here in the background, just barely sticking out, is some vintage lace that I also adhered to the album, and I did this cream color bloomer with some Wild Orchid Crafts flowers again, and then just another image from the collection and some bling, a bling flourish. And then back here in the back is a cameo stick pin from Webster's Pages. And then over here, again, I left this page fairly open in the middle so that there was a lot of space to put a good sized photo there. So I just did another image out of the paper collection, and this is kind of like the bridesmaid getting ready, getting dressed before the wedding vision that I had. So because the paper line has the bridesmaid, glove department, and shoes and all that, and then I did just cut out a dress form with my Tim Holtz Sizzix die, and I glimmer misted this and just layered some lace on it to make it look like there was the start of a dress, and just did a little flower here on her waist. And then I just put some Wild Orchid Crafts flowers up here on the top and some cherry blossoms and a little leaf here. And then I just ran some black pearl trim along the bottom. And over here I kept it simple again and just did 3 little flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts and a flourish bling. So that's that page. And then for this page, did once again, this album's not real fancy with a lot of pop outs or fold outs, because I wanted to keep it simple, like I said, so that there was a lot of space for photos. So I just did a background piece again for out of the collection, and this time I ran some pearls along the whole edge of it, and I put down these little flowers here that I actually got in a swap that I did a while back, and then this little stick pin I stuck in there because I thought it was really pretty. And again, I glimmer misted this whole page with some gold glimmer mist. And then for my back page, this is again just another piece out of the collection. It's actually 2 pieces. This is the stripe piece, and then the groom, I actually cut him out, and I cut his little top hat out, and this pops out if you want to slide a picture behind him. And I created a little pocket up top, and it says the well-groomed man. So you could put a photo there if you wanted to, or you could do some journaling on the back, or a photo back there, whatever you'd like to do. And again, I just ran some bloomers trim down here, and this was actually just a piece of the Prima trim, and I just made it into a circle and hot glued it, and then glued a Wild Orchid Crafts flower rose right in the middle of it. And then for my back cover, and I just ran some trim along it all. This trim felt a little more masculine to me, so I did that one. And then for my back cover, I did the same thing as my front. I just used the paper, the cream paper with the glitter in it, and then I trimmed it out again with the bling to cover the seam. So that's my mini album that I made with my custom die that I designed with accucut. And if you'd like to see another version of this, I've started making a steampunk version of this album, and I have just got done editing video 1, so it'll actually show the making of the whole entire process if you're interested in seeing that. It's a completely different style version than this altogether. And I've decided that if you all would like to purchase the chipboard album, I'll put it for sale on my website at enchantmentscrapbooking.com, and it'll be underneath the die cuts tab on the top of the web page if you'd like to make a jalopy album for yourself. All right, thank you everybody. Have a great day.